Okay. Top of the evening to you, heroes and heroines, and welcome to Practising Programming in C. Yesterday we implemented a new function called HTML to buffers. This person here. Hello, Christopher. How's it going, dude? We implemented HTML to buffers, and also that means that we can sort of remove this if1 because this actually does work now. We don't actually handle return code yet, so that is something that we will need to do. Let me just make it to do with that. Right, wait, I'm alright. I'm good. Handle return codes. Yeah. So that works. It stuffs all the stuff into our collation buffers, which are these people here, and then they just disappear at the moment. But before they disappear, we would like to write them out to a file. So to that end, I'm going to make a new function called BuffersToHTML. That's what I called it. Yeah, BuffersToHTML. So it's possible that if I just if1 this, yeah, that's all that. I mean, this actually, if I just put, if I put these D claims below here and build it, does it build? No. Right, here we go. Master size. Ah, interesting. Yeah, because this guy sets up. So this is the template collation part of it, or the template integration. And this was getting a new buffer for itself. And then setting the size of that buffer to be the size of the template plus the size of the master buffer. Now we don't have a master buffer yet. Let's just give ourselves a master buffer. Arena master. We want to call it master and make it. I can't remember how big I made it. It was 8 gig or 8K or something. Right. Yeah, and here we've got a. So, yeah, this part of it never needs to touch HTML3. It fails to malloc. Yeah, so really this thing should end up returning an error code. So let's just comment out this for now. So just to explain, we're still in main here, but I'm just sort of setting up all of this stuff in readiness to actually pull it out into a function. And once it becomes a function, returning from that function won't do the same thing as it does here. Here, returning 1 kills the program, but returning from a function won't automatically. So you actually need to handle that. So I've claimed a master buffer here, so this person is happy with that now. Let me actually just see what the master buffer used to be, what the size of it used to be. Oh, this is the new stuff. So there's the config being claimed. Master. So we used to make master 512k. Okay, let's make it that. I suppose you could make it like 4096, like Carifa's file name sizes. But let's stick with what we had before. Maybe actually the way I do this eventually, after I've got it working, is rather than having an output buffer, just have a master buffer and just change the size of that. Where's the template size coming from though? Because we haven't claimed that yet. I don't think. I think actually, in a minute, I'll be changing all those guys back to be an arrow, I think. Well, hang on. Oh, it's just that. I'll just go to location. Okay. And here again, HTML3 doesn't have to happen. Oh, right, yeah, so it's a P error. To do. Oops. So with a bit of luck, we are actually going to produce some stuff here. And I think test is actually hard coded, honestly. Yeah, it is. Because I'm not doing the loop, am I? Like, I'm not using this loop here to actually loop over the args. But I need to pass that so that it doesn't trigger the print usage thing. So this looks legitimate to me. Yeah, so that's done the right thing. So that seems to be reasonable. Let's double check the memory usage. Ah. I'm not declaiming master. Probably doing this scope as well, maybe? Yeah. Memory arena. And master. There we go. That's more like it. Buffer collation. Really? End of annotations loop. Let's just make this a bit more prominent. Okay, that looks kind of centered between those dudes. So we claim master, then we declaim master, declaim the script. Okay. Okay, so this does seem reasonable, I think. So now that I've got that, let us just make this into a function. I think that's that's what we do here. So the way we do that it's basically just like this, isn't it? So it needs to take the memory arena ah, right. The mode. I wonder if... Right, yeah, the mode should be in the config, really. I reckon. Yeah, let's... If we pass it a template... Oh, and by the way, I think it is like this. Yeah. At least that's how I did the other guy. So, yeah, the mode. Okay. So I see, right. So, okay, yeah. So rather than having this separate, let's put this into the config struct. What was that? Was that it was a car, wasn't it? Yeah, 'cause it's a get env. And then this is going to be config. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So we don't have a template. If we're integrating, let's give ourselves a buffer template. Hang on a minute. Wait, I think I've already got something to do with this actually somewhere. Yeah. It's this. This is another thing I need to loft out as well, actually. This is just the template validation code. Put the errors in the memory arena. All right. So yeah, if we were to do that, we'd have to I think we'd have to make the errors be the first thing that we actually claim if we were going to do that. I like how it's only 1 kilobyte in size, by the way, as if we're only expecting 1 kilobyte's worth of errors. Because the thing is here that the template size only gets set from the template file. Let's make it take it for now. But I might rework how this actually works. Oh, I don't need to do anything with it, so I could just pass it like that. Correlation buffers. Have I used that yet? Oh wait, we're not passing them. And I don't believe we're going to do anything to affect the correlation buffers either. Meaning that I don't need to pass it by address. Aha. Okay. So in the config, I want to make the mode be like some size. Let's make it 16, actually, we don't need that big. How to do the other thing? The cache directory 255. Oh right, I later set the cache directory like this. I think I'm right in saying that this is how I'd have to do it. To get the cast, I'll get in returned into that array. Probably to string copy it or equivalent. Okay. It will work if mode with a car star. But you need to change it to an array for some reason that is. Well, the reason that I changed it to be an array of characters is because I potentially need to change it to be integrate. Oh, I'll tell you what though, it doesn't need to be string. Like, it might as well just be an enum. Why did it? Which I don't think it is. Yeah, that was the reason. It was like if they write Cinera, well, if I do this, if they do Cinera integrate, then we need to set the mode to be integrate. And the way that I was setting the mode you just changed it to a string that should work as a cast now. Ah, okay. Let's see. Yeah, which I am, aren't I? I am changing to a string literal. The enum idea could be good too. Yeah. Because yeah, this is where I got to. I was like, I thought I was in the same situation as the cache directory. And the situation with the cache directory, I think the cache directory has to be constructed or something. Yeah. I need to construct the cache directory, so we needed enough characters available for it. I think that's what the situation was there. Yeah, right. So this is just the config stuff, isn't it? So these guys would happen, and then if we've got the HTTP cache aim, then we stuff this string into there. Otherwise, we stuff this string into it, which I don't think I could do, like by doing the cache directory like this. I don't think. I seem to remember that I was getting write errors. I think the async was telling me off when I tried to do that. I think that's what the situation was there. So then I changed it to be 255 cars. But yeah, since we've only got three guys, let's do an enum for modes. Oh, it's actually Well, it's only really integrate, isn't it? Not an integrate. So I use std string, not saying it's a good idea thing. Just realising it's dirty inside. Oh no. Can't have that forever. So we could have. So yeah, mode ordinary. I don't know. Mode default and mode integrate. It's also worth bearing in mind that eventually, probably everything will be. Well, maybe it won't. Maybe it won't be all integrate actually. Actually, I suppose maybe yeah, because this is a legitimate mode, I think. So if I just say bear, mode bear or something. So you still need to handle it. Yeah, I spotted your message the other day actually about stuff you need in C. I remember learning strings was one of those things. Yeah, so hang on a minute. How do I do this now? I mean, enums are so weird because like it doesn't matter that I even do that. The only thing is that it tells me that. Right, yeah. So I just need to make the mode be. Cinera mode needs to be an integer. So wherever I see that. Ah, right, yeah. Okay. So in the config, there should be an int. Right. So mode is going to be if we've got a getEnv mode, then it'll be mode integrate. Otherwise, it'll just be mode bear. I think I called it. Undeclared. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, I think we're okay now. If config mode is equal to alright, so we're building. So let me just double check that I actually did do the right thing. So that is setting it. That is setting it as well. That's checking it, which is what I want. Alright. Insofar as I recommend you should look at and use the standard C strings data stuff to get a feel for it, then you might have ideas of how to implement your own string stuff. SB structure buffer, yeah, I want to look at that as well actually. There's nothing worth looking into for strings. Yeah, and I'm pretty guilty of not looking at stuff as well. Actually, I think Fabian recently mentioned something about like reading papers and other people's code. Just sort of actually, I suppose, like trusting people who've actually studied the stuff. I mean, for me, it's not really a trust issue per se. It's just like, I suppose I kind of quite like working through this stuff from first principles. I mean, it still does bother me a little bit. For example, that I don't really know how to parse. Although HMM is absolutely fantastic and really helpful. Well, I mean, do I know? I mean, I've kind of parsed sort of, but I haven't parsed into structs really, and that's something that I will have to do for the config. And also, I suppose, printing as well. Like all of this stuff, I would actually like to learn. Maybe not Piera. I think Piera would be basically just copy pasta. I wouldn't be offended if you want to. Nah, honestly, I don't. I don't want to know it. Yeah, and curling as well. Actually, that's another example. It's like I would like to learn how to do curling. But I mean, part of that whole curling situation is that you need to learn how to do encryption. So yeah, why did I mention that? About the guilt of not looking at people's code, I think, and then wanting to do stuff from first principles. Yeah. So somehow we're actually building it, aren't we? And what was preventing us from building? Was it just? Oh, we've lofted the thing, haven't we? Made the rockers. Oh, that's true. Actually, yeah. That's yeah. You did mention that. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe as a first step to doing that kind of curl-free stuff, I could get do the quotes myself. Yeah, I think what we did there. We've just lofted the thing, haven't we? Without barely even realising it. Well. So we do need to pass that by thingamajig. But the rest of them, I should just be able to pass plain because they don't get changed at all. Right, interesting. Crowford thinks everyone should make their own libraries, even if it's redundant. Everyone has their own style program and have different needs. Best to tune the libraries to the program. Yeah. I think I tend to agree, actually. Should we see what it's currently out there, though, to show you what it is. I mean, programming is an interesting kind of discipline in that writing your own libraries is a completely possible thing to do. Like, it's not an intractable it's not intractable to do everything from scratch. Whereas like in something like, for example, playing the guitar, like, so let me just include, so in programming, let me include also writing your own tools as well. That's totally possible. But for playing the guitar, if I want to do everything from scratch with that, it'd be like, it's a completely different set of skills to build a guitar than it is to play one. And I wouldn't have a clue where to start, honestly. But I'm quite happy to just kind of buy a guitar. Or hopefully one day to even like commission someone to make a guitar for me. And play it. I guess that goes for like sort of writing and publishing as well. Like there's I don't know, you're kind of dependent on all these different things. Like for writing, for example, like you could like craft your own pencil and your own paper. But I mean, I think that's a bit like intractable. You know, and then once you've written stuff, to actually do all the printing and the binding and everything. But I think in programming, like, you know, once you've got your hardware, I mean, I suppose technically, if I was to do this analogy all the way, it'd be like you build the goddamn hardware from scratch. But I mean, if we're just talking about software in terms of like libraries, then your own C compiler as well. Yeah, true. That is software. I guess yeah, that is getting into in a sense. Yeah, that's getting towards the tough part. I think. It depends on the person too. I'm sure if we get to the guitar. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe I would be one of those people as well. Actually. Yeah, maybe I would. But I mean, like the skills are so different though, aren't they? Like woodworking or what do you call it, luthiering? I don't know if that's the term. Um, Although they are kind of generally sort of creative disciplines, I think they're a lot different from playing. Yeah, no. Whereas with the library writing thing, it's all programming, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, and compiler as well. Yeah. How on earth did we get onto that? Oh, strings. Yeah. Yes, and while we're doing that, I just called BuffersToHTML, didn't I? This person's taken the template. I'm not freeing the template, am I? Oh, hold on a second. This guy frees a template. Jesus. So I'm not going to have the template available. How does that work? So yeah, I do need to change this entire thing, don't I? Don't I? Oh, hold on. Buffer memory read. For example, location. This guy's freeing the errors. Where am I actually? Am I in main here? I think I am probably in main. Yeah. So I think we're in a bit of a weird situation here, which won't really work. But let's just see. Let's just see where HTML is. For the sake of argument, let us put these dudes into this loop. And rather than passing the file name, let's pass the that. So now with a bit of luck, if I run test.html, it does something. So that's the same thing. Now if I just run it on risky 18, okay, so that has written the stuff out. But now if I'm to try and write out to template.html, I bet this will go crazy. Well, yeah, it hasn't quite worked, has it? Yeah, so I do need to sort something out there, definitely. Because full disclosure, it wasn't necessarily saying that everyone should make one from scratch. Most of just reference on club shit. Oh, right, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I haven't really got into doing wrappers so much. So the closest would probably be wrapping my own functions. Or like these copy string calls. They kind of wrap VS printf. Maybe that would count. I think this is actually completely redundant, by the way, this particular function. This one is a bit more reasonable though. Copies into buffer. So I sort of wrap VSN printf. Which I just leverage to write into a buffer. And then obviously add the macro for claiming the buffer, which I had to disable, unfortunately, because it was HTML freeing where it couldn't free. So I need to figure out how I'm going to do that. So that's actually, yeah, that's day thingamajig. Just double check. Right. This is still fine. So it's just the template stuff that's busted. I suppose we might as well get that working. Well, try and get it working. Really, there's no... Oh, not taking input. And this loop is also going to change, by the way. It's going to be sort of like an if we have this and this, if we have both, it's the directory stuff basically. Where's that read directory? Where is this if? Oh. That might be breaking the template. Well, probably not actually, honestly. Be funny if that is actually the problem. Yeah, it's completely unrelated. Oh no, actually it's a different location. Yeah, so this hasn't integrated at all. Preceding text. Something should be here. Following text. Inventory. Okay. But yes, I think that is more correct now. So let's see how to get the template going through the pipe. Buffer template. I mean, maybe I would actually want to... Maybe now's the time to loft this stuff into a function. Let's just think about this actually. So I'm eventually going to have a config. Maybe getting a bit ahead of myself here, but guess this is yeah, maybe I'm thinking of stuff that I shouldn't really be bothering with here actually. If we find a new template, if we're in integrate mode, so we want to do any template stuff if we're in mode integrate. We got to keep the template buffer around. Got to keep. Yeah, so it's like so hang on, if we have got a template, we first of all validate the template and then we integrate with the template. Let's do that case first. And yeah, if we're doing that case first, let us loft this whole stuff out. Into a validate template file, function rather. I think that's a reasonable approach. By the way, the music is Tortoise's 10-day interval, in case you're spotting any sort of meditative vibes. Yeah, that's also interesting. So collation. So if we're in the so yeah, in our program, whether or not we're templating, we want to have the collation buffers available. So that should be the first thing we see. Which it kind of is, isn't it? So yeah, really it's like we first of all come into our main function, sort out the config stuff, then we get our memory arena set up to go. Then we get our collation buffers, and then we say, if we're templatizing, And if we are, then we claim the, well, then we call validate template. Oh, that's interesting actually, because our buffers to HTML. Ah, right, yeah, validate template. I then just call BuffersToHTML. So for each file, let's just do this one step at a time. This guy needs to set the buffer, basically. Yeah, let's just do this. Validate template. So at least we've got something happening. Oh, yeah, right. Because the thing is, this guy has to figure out how big to make the template allocation. Wherever that is. Here. And why is the why are the errors being mallopped separately? I wonder. Oh, right, yeah. Put the errors in the memory area. I mean, if we pass the template by value, sorry, if we pass it by address to our function, to our validate template function, then this person will be able to manipulate that buffer. I reckon. So it should work, I think. So it's going to take the template buffer by value, by address. Or, you know, it's going to take a pointer to the template. It doesn't need to touch the config. I call the errors are just happening within this function. I mean, I suppose I could just like bulk change all of this stuff, but right. We don't want free, do we? Oh, free errors. Yeah, we can't. We definitely can't free the template location. Oh, what? Where are we? If valid template media. So this is in main, isn't it? So he's talking about template location may be used. Which was it? Oh right, yeah. Why is this trying to fail? If I can't get the arena. Hang on a second. Yeah, we can allocate buffers. So this was part of that function, wasn't it? Which we don't need anymore. So the template is it's in its own allocation anyway. Oh, there's a buffer template down there. Okay, right. Can I just do this? Yes, I do need to pass it by thingamajig. Yeah. Oh, I see, yeah. This is super horrible, by the way. But I think we've got the template now. Yeah, I guess all we're doing here is just trying to get this thing working, basically. Double free. Okay. Oh. Oh, hold on. Where am I? This is now in HTML to buffers. So we've still got this much claimed memory. Oh. Right, yeah. This guy can't free the template. So we're still not integrating. I guess because well, I don't know why actually. Let's find out. But yeah, the key thing there was inside buffers to HTML. If copy mirrors the template. Well, okay. Let's do some printf debugging. All right. Template pointer doesn't seem to be at the start of the template. Nope. Did I actually do that? Well, actually, rather than doing that, let's actually see if that's true. Let's just do that much. Okay. So it is going through. Where are we writing out to? Oh, we're writing to the output buffer, aren't we? Does that make a difference? There's master. Otherwise we copy string to buffer master. So know that this path is definitely working. So if we've got all the way down here, let me just so it should be outputting all of this stuff. Ah, so it just hasn't put the thing in. So yeah, it's obviously just somewhere in here things are going awry. of instances of this. Player code buffer. Player. Right. Yeah. Okay. So let's just see. If we hit the output, let's just see what happens here. That was no title. Is that the only problem? So there's no title. Hold on a second. The template just needs to have that. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Oh, right. So it is working. But the only thing that isn't working is the title isn't filled in somehow. Actually, let's just leave that stuff in. So at least we've got something a bit more. Oh wow, there's more. Oh yeah, okay, so that was just some of the persistent undo in effect there. Let's leave the plug to schmaltz there in there. So yeah, we need to figure out where the template, where the title is going. So buffers to HTML. Oh, HTML. So when we come in here, the config isn't filled in. We have done HTML to buffers. We're only calling buffers to HTML here. We validated the template. Yeah, I mean, I guess technically. Well, oh yeah, this would have to take the template, wouldn't it? Unless we make a new function, the buffers HTML would call, which is basically integrate into template. HTML to buffers needs to affect the config. That's the thing, right? Oh, sorry, no, it doesn't. Oh, wait. It's not in the config. It's the collision buffers. Yeah, we're in the we were in buffers to HTML. Sorry, HTML to buffers. We're in here. Weren't we? Oh, sorry, no, we weren't. We were. It was buffers to HTML, and then the template stuff. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So it's the collation buffers.title which isn't filled in, isn't it? Just double check that is the situation. Yep, so collation buffers.title isn't filled in. Oh, does this guy just not even touch it? That's possible, isn't it? Yeah, that's very possible. Where is it? What is it? Buffers.html to buffers. If it's well formed, then the first thing we do is just straight up say collation buffers title is equal to oh yeah, it is a string. There we go. So that was the only problem there. Blimey. That I just failed to actually fill in that thing. So yeah, with that complete mess of code, we're now actually working, aren't we? Let's just try. I mean, I'm sure this will just work, but yeah. Call it next. Kind of awesome actually to see like a full page in which like the title changes and the video changes. And actually the whole goddamn styling for this guy changes too, which is really sweet. So yeah, we've got validate template. BuffersToHTML does output the stuff, and it does test on whether or not we're integrating. So I think well, hang on, let's just have a look where main is in this whole situation. So main is just here now. So I think that they're doing is setting up the config. Oh, it's more setting up the config stuff here. Validate default media, validate medium. Interesting. Then we've got the memory arena. Just thinking of what cases we're in here, by the way. We could be doing project edition, which means that we leap over directory. Yeah, leap over directory. Yeah, I mean, technically, right? Well, maybe, maybe single edition would be fine. So, I was going to say, like, technically, eventually, we're going to not want to have to pass anything on the command line. it would just all pick up all the stuff from the config. But maybe single edition would be reasonable. It's just, you just pass one file and it just processes that, and then you're away. Yeah, so single edition is going to be loop over arg. Yeah, I suppose it's like loop over config project directory. So those are two things there. And the other one is whether we're integrating or not. So currently we've got the if integrate. Here we validate the template. Either way, BuffersToHTML is going to take that, take the template. Let's try something crazy here. If is that how you do it? Well, it seems to be edition project. Yeah, right, okay. Perfect. So we've already validated the template. Page ML to buffers. So we do want to do HTML to buffers. Well, we want to loop over the directory, don't we? So where's that? That's up here. We might want to pull this out into a function. because we've already done the config stuff. If initial project, else for these. This HTML to buffers probably happens here. Well, let's make it just happen there. Oh, right. I was going to change how the file name things worked, wasn't I? While redirectory, if this... Yeah, right. We weren't going to do that at all. I was going to do this, wasn't I? If it does HTML, what? It's not that. Project files. D name. So it's missing so much. Yeah. I don't need file index. Project files D name. I don't need this. Or this. Well, maybe we could have that actually. Oh, the food. What food did you get? I'm pretty hungry myself actually, so we'll probably dash off to get some food quite soon. If we find that our file name ends in HTML, then we pass that as our file name to HTML to buffers. Ah, yeah, and then if we're integrate, well, hold on a minute. If we're integrating, yeah, whether or not we're integrating buffers to HTML still does the stuff, doesn't it? But the thing is, we actually want to make directory for the path to which should output. And I don't need this loop because I'm not stuffing them onto an array. And we also need like a build index file. Okay, so yeah, let's just increment the file. Let's kind of keep this thing around, just in case. Taco Bell, because I had some extra dollars. If I forget, do you say extra dollars, or do you say extra pounds? Yeah, it would be weird. Extra dollars if somebody said that here. What would I say actually? If I had some extra cash, I guess. I might say I was minted. I went to Taco Bell because I was minted. Not really got my glasses adjusted, they're still 7 mils thick and have quite a bit of chromatic aberration. Oh dude. 7 mils? I'm not sure what that means. Chromatic aberration, does that mean that they distort the colours or something? Pretty sure my eyesight is actually getting worse, by the way. I mean, there's no way mine are at all. They're not quite milk bottles. But yeah, I definitely think my eyesight's getting worse as I get older. Like, no matter how much I'm letting this try and adjust, like, I just can't see the screen at all. Like this, does that word say file name? It seems tough to like aim the mouse. It's like there's a whole matrix of mice on screen. And this over here just looks complete insanity. I can't read that at all. Right. I've got astigmatism too. I don't get any colour disorder. As far as I know, I don't. I mean, without the mark, I can't even really see. I guess it looks roughly the same. Yeah, I mean, I need to be like here to be able to read this stuff comfortably. Yeah, so I've got astigmatism in my left eye, I believe, and short-sightedness in my right. Yeah. Let's just do a quick shifty and just see exactly what this is going to actually do. This might completely fail. Let me also print f each person. So we're going to say, so we haven't made the directory. Let's make a directory. Yeah, let's just make test directory. Okay. The project directory is going to be the current directory, so it's going to be looping over all of the HTML files in this directory. We're going to make the base directory to be the test directory. And we might as well template it as well, I guess. I don't suppose it makes any difference really. Test directory is currently populated by those people. Okay. Close directory. There's just file directory. Interesting. Triple stacked vertically. Wow. Mine's like it kind of goes, how can I do this? I need Milton or something. But it kind of looks like an asteroids ship basically. Like for the my mouse cursor, it looks like there's another one like on either side, a little bit below the actual sensor. Cylinder is astigmatism. Sphere short-sightedness and far-sightedness. Sphere determines the thickness of the glasses. There's unfortunately the amount of refraction of light. Ah, right. Cylinder. Interesting. I mean, I believe that astigmatism means that your eyeball is sort of oval, isn't it? As opposed to an actual sphere. Return 1. That regards the HTML. Let's just pass somebody as well, just in case. Because I'm not really error checking anything here. No. So now let's file a directory for this. I wonder why. Seems there's a deformation of the cornea. Oh, right. Ah, okay. Short for the... Right. Interesting. Okay. So we're hitting a P error here, aren't we? Obviously. Product directory. At least I assume we are. Yeah. Just to be a bit more sure about that. Yeah. So if the product directory handle is equal to open directory, if this fails to happen, so yeah, it's saying the error on that actually, which isn't what I want. This isn't helpful. I want to say the error on this person. No such file directory, but nothing. So this is another situation where I haven't written the product directory to the config. It probably is, isn't it? I mean, probably should return one as well. Oh, somebody else is leaking. Where am I actually? Oh, I'm in main, aren't I? I think. Yeah, I am in main. So, to do that, clean up, kind of. But let's just see. So, config product directory is not set. So, why is that? So apparently we're getting through here. Oh right, P is empty. Yeah. I see. Right. Yeah. Jesus. Alright, that's more like it. So let's see what we ended up into the test directory. There was nothing in there though. Core dumped. And that can't accommodate somebody. Includes cannot accommodate a 67 string character. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to just stop here for food. And then return to see what we can do. I'm a little bit puzzled as to why it didn't write anything out, but I mean, obviously I haven't done something. BuffersToHTML. You get that food. Template config. I mean, it's possible that the output directory hasn't been set in the config correctly. Yeah, I mean, there's also all sorts. Like we go. Oh, actually, test directory. It might not be relative to my guy. Well, we'll see. We'll investigate this after dinner. Do not ever you not happy to be this quick and easy to use. What are you talking about? I mean, like. There we go. It's open. Quick. I think I even installed this on stream, by the way. Like, yeah, I think I decided to do some programming on stream. Tried to launch CGDB, and I was like, well, it hasn't installed. I haven't even installed it yet because it's a new computer. So I just installed it, and it was like within 20 seconds, I was just in the debugger. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's not the first place I go to sort of debug the stuff. Like, it's still like a last resort. I go in here. But yeah, we have people working on it. We've got Fiery's working on it. Griffith's working on it. Captain Kraft is working on it. Who else have we got? I think Miguel might have been working on it at some point. Yeah, so hopefully one day we'll have a debugger to redefine the genre, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna go get some food. While I'm eating, actually, I'm gonna be watching a program called The Trip. So can I just do this? Netflix, The Trip. I don't know if Netflix would be the best thing actually. Maybe IMDb won't give me the right thing either, actually. Yeah, this is the program. So if you have Netflix, or there's 3 seasons. What? 2017? Oh, awesome! I didn't know that there's a 3rd season. So I wonder when that was on. It's very damn neat, yeah. Ah, nice one. So, but yeah, if you've got Netflix, or if you can get your hands on this program somehow, then I highly recommend it. And I guess I need to try and find out where the 3rd series is available. But yeah, anyway, tea time. So, yeah, cheers very much, chaps, and I'll see you shortly. Farewell for now.